Hello and welcome to Worldwide Entertainment.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Megan.
We're both Megan.
And I'm Chloe.
All this rain, I think it's going to flood.
I need to stop building my ark.
Anyway, today we have two very special guests visiting us all the way from the Roman Empire.
Now for our first guest,
Please join us in welcoming
Augustus Caesar.
Okay, we have a few questions we'd like to ask you.
Cool beans.
So, Augustus Caesar, how did you rise to power?
Well, after my uncle was murdered, I formed the first triumvirate with Mark Antony and Lepidus.
how or why did you transfer the government?
I have all the power because I'm the boss in the city of the scallywags.
Describe the Pax Romana.
It's what I created. I made peace across the land, across all of Rome.
So, what land did you conquer?
All around the Mediterranean, from England, South England, to North Africa.
What technology did you have?
Swords
Only swords?
and chariots.
What kind of relationship did you have with the Senate?
Oh, I don't deal with them. They're just useless.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, thank you for being on our show.
We really appreciate you coming all the way from Rome.
It's a real pleasure.
Thank you.
We'll be back after these short messages. Hello, and welcome back to Worldwide Entertainment.
We'd now like to welcome our second guest.
Diocletian.
do one or the other?
Clap for me, peasants!
Okay, we'd like to ask you a few questions.
That's groovy.
So, why do you hate Christians?
You dare question me?
Sit down.
So, why do you hate Christians?
Well, you see, we have different worships. We worship different gods. We worship ancient gods, and they only worship one. Therefore, they're not my people.
Okay, Diocletian, describe your bureaucratic government.
I enlarged the empire's civil and military services and recognized the empire's provisional divisions, establishing the largest and most bureaucratic government in the history of the empire.
Interesting. What taxation reforms did you establish?
Good question. My bureaucratic government grew and soon created a need for tax reforms, which standardized imperial taxation.
Why did you split the Roman Empire?
Oof. That was a hard decision. Well, it was getting too big. I couldn't rule it by myself. So, I split it in half. The one I kept ended up being the Byzantine Empire, which was pretty big in history, but the other half.
So, what was your language?
Greek and Latin.
Okay,
So, why did you use the Silk Road?
We used it for many transportations, for many resources as well. It was a big trade route, and it was very useful. We got a lot of the resources that we needed from other countries from that Silk Road that we didn't have in our empire.
Okay, Diocletian, that's all the questions we have for you today.
You're welcome for my appearance. Please bye.
This concludes our segment of WWE.
Join us next week as we interview Eli Whitney and his cotton gin. No, because that looks like
Okay, we have a few questions we'd like to ask you.
that wasn't British.
I know, I forgot.
You have to say 3, 2, 1. You're sick. Yeah.
I'll ask you a few questions.
That's groovy.
So, why do you hate Christians?
Fair one.